Boeing whistleblower found dead. Like, what is like? This is a little off from what I've been doing on my content I've been doing lately. Lately, I've been hella focused on like what's going on with celebrities, what's going on with different things in the world. But I still like to talk about just general cares and concerns that we have for the world because at the end of the day, we all are on airplanes. Like those of us who fly. And if you don't fly, and if you stay in a black neighborhood, you probably live up under an airport or somewhere near an airport. So what's going on with airports right now is a concern to all of us, citizens of the world, no matter what corner of the world you live in. If you live in a modern society, you need and use airplanes. So that's what makes this thing that's going on with Boeing so concerning. So for those of you who don't know, there was a whistleblower named John Barnett, and he mysteriously died this week of suicide by gunshot wound. Yet his family said that he said, if anything happens to me, I didn't die of suicide. His family is saying that, he was upbeat and he had a lot going for himself and he would never die of suicide. And one thing about me, I tend to listen to families when it comes to that. I'm going to listen to what the family says before I listen to a news report. And the family talking about it makes it hella concerning. And I want to get into this. I want to talk about this with y'all. Just have a discussion on this whole thing with the whistleblower. I'll probably turn on my phone line. So if y'all want to speak, get ready. If my phone lines work, I told you I redid my whole. Nothing is still in place. It's gonna take me a long time to get my computer back in shape and the way I want it to be. Uh, let me see. One second. Do That's my question I'm asking. Do you believe it was suicide? Do you believe that whole situation was suicide? So what we're gonna do later on is I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna look into the cards on the situation and see what the cards is talking about. But I want to talk about it in general because there's been a lot going on with these Boeing airplanes, and from the 737 Max. Remember a few years ago, they were all regrounded. You had door panels fly off. We've had all kind of stuff going on. We've had a lot of stuff going on. So I want to talk about it. I want to get into it. Meanwhile, we got people listening on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever you listening. Retweet it if you're on Twitter. Like and share if you on YouTube. Facebook, I honestly don't give a damn about Facebook because Facebook don't push shit that I do. So if you watching me on Facebook, come on over to either Twitter or YouTube. I prefer you come to YouTube at Dewan B, same handle. Um, so yeah, we about to get into it. What's up, chat room? What's up, chat room? We here. And I think we might do a Incense and Ashtrays live music after this. We might do some music tonight on Incense and Ashtrays, depending on how what if y'all down for it. Especially now that the live music be over on Twitter now. We might do that after this show, but let's get into it. I'm going to put a screen up because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But we're going to listen to the Today Show talk about the full situation, and then we're going to come back talk for a little bit. Then we're going to listen to what his family had to say. Because this is news. This is something I want to put out there. Just I think we have to be conscious of stuff like out there like this. These things still go on in the world. Whistleblowers and people and truth tellers and people who are about the truth being victims of untimely deaths. So this is where we at with it. I'm about to play this video from the Today Show. Let me put the link. I just put the link in the description. I mean, the chat room for those of you on YouTube. For those of you on YouTube, I just put the link in the chat room for where we going with it. Let me see if I can even do that, because I didn't even know this shit over on Twitter. I don't know what it is, but lately that Twitter algorithm has been fucking with this streaming stuff. Like, I had a video earlier this week. I had like 1,200 live on Twitter. I was like, God damn. When Twitter start pushing long form content? Well, I can't find it right now. I don't know. Let me see here. No, I can't. I'm not gonna look for it on Twitter. So if y'all on Twitter, if you want premium access, come over to YouTube. That's where all the shit is. But let's go into this shit right here. And let me pull up my thumbnail because I don't want them hating like hoes. I don't want them hating like hoes. So let's go into what this is 3 minutes, y'all. So this is gonna be 3 minutes long, all right? Now let me speed. Now it's gonna be less than that because I'm about to speed this shit up. Let me see. Playback speed 1.25. There we go. All right, let's go.
Charleston, South Carolina, tell NBC News they are aware of the death of a former Boeing employee turned whistleblower. 62-year-old John Barnett found dead on Friday from what the coroner calls an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound.
So this is my retirement plaque.
Barnett retired from Boeing in 2017 after working as a quality manager for more than 30 years. Since his departure, he has taken legal action against the company, claiming he was retaliated against for raising safety issues internally, issues that Boeing denied at the time. Back in 2019, Barnett sat down with Today, describing a haphazard safety culture at Boeing.
From day one, it's just all been about schedule and hurry up and just get it done, push the planes out. We're behind schedule. We don't have time to worry about issues that y'all bring up.
In 2017, the FAA released a review upholding many of Barnett's concerns. With regards to his sudden death, the company released a statement writing, "We are saddened by Mr. Barnett's passing, and our thoughts are with his family and friends." Production standards at Boeing are under intense scrutiny, following a series of troubling incidents involving Boeing planes. The latest on Monday, when a 787 from the South American airline LATAM apparently dropped abruptly mid-flight from Sydney to Auckland, injuring at least 50 passengers and crew members. The airline says it's unclear what caused the strong movement on the flight. NBC News has also confirmed the Justice Department has launched a criminal investigation into Boeing following the blowout door plug on a 787 MAX 9 in January. The NTSB determined the plane left the Boeing plant without critical bolts that hold the plug in place. A scathing new FAA audit also found Boeing failed to comply with its own quality control procedures.
We're working with Boeing and demanding that they come up with a very detailed plan within the next 90 days to fix the quality issues that are out there.
Tom, we've also learned new details about that FAA audit. What do you know?
Yeah, that's right. So according to a slide presentation that was reviewed by the New York Times, Boeing failed 33 out of 89 FAA audits, 33 out of 89 failures over a 6-week period. NBC News has not seen the slides ourselves. Spirit Aerosystems, which makes the fuselage for the Boeing plane, also failed multiple audits. And in one case, auditors saw mechanics using a hotel key card to check a door seal. Other mechanics were seen applying liquid soap to a door seal as part of the fit-up process. Boeing told NBC News this morning, quote, "We continue to implement immediate changes and develop a comprehensive action plan to strengthen safety and quality and build the confidence of our customers and their passengers." And they have some work to do. Savannah?
Absolutely, Tom. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the...
So there we go. There we have it. You get to see the concern, and you see why I'm concerned. You see why I'm concerned, man. See what this is? We're gonna talk about this tonight. We're gonna slow walk this. We're gonna talk about this for you people who are afraid of cardiology. You just want, or you don't know, or you just want the everyday breakdown. I'm gonna give y'all that, and then we're gonna look into the cards afterwards. All right. We're gonna go both points of view. We're gonna talk about it from the card's point of view, and we're gonna talk about it from just a human point of view. What's going on in America? See, let's break it down. Boeing is the last surviving major airplane company in the United States of America. We used to have McDonnell Douglas. They made the MD-11 and the MD and those DC-10s. You know, we had competition, and there was a time that we had regulations and standards. But over the since the Reagan days, deregulation has been the theme of the day since the days of Reagan. Deregulation has been a thing in America where law by law, year by year, state by state, industry by industry, things have been getting deregulated slowly but surely since the days of Reagan, since about 81, 82. Reaganomics, or what Bush called voodoo economics. What we're dealing with is 40 years of deregulation, 40 years of corporate profits being ahead of quality. Before the times of Reagan, companies had the balance between making the most money possible and having a quality product. Think about this, y'all. We've already experienced this in other areas. Let me turn my preaching music on. We've already had this in other areas. We've already had this in other areas. Think about it. Your grandmama probably had the same vacuum your whole childhood through adulthood. Your parents, remember we all had that same big belly TV in the house? If you was born in the 80s like me, you had the knobs on it at your grandmama's house, but that was the same TV your dad had and your mama had when they was kids. And then maybe in the late 80s and the 90s, they may have gotten a TV with a remote control on it in the 80s, somewhere around there. But you had that same TV until the flat screens came. You didn't need to fix them. You had the same vacuum cleaners. Remember, we can have things and they were made to last. Grandmama had the same couch. Now, a couch can take, nowadays, you need a new couch every 10 years. Me and my wife had an issue with my refrigerator. We bought a refrigerator like 5 years ago. We spent like well over $5,000 on that refrigerator. And within 4 years, the motor went out. Luckily, it was under warranty. But the warranty people was like, oh yeah, you have to vacuum this part behind the refrigerator and pull it out and vacuum it every 6 months and clean this out and do that. And I'm like, shit, grandmama refrigerator just sat there in that same goddamn corner. My dad's life and my life never broke one time. But 40 years of constant deregulation. Cars went to shit in the 80s. 70s, they still built cars that were strong. By the time the 80s came around, remember when Cadillac had like the Elante or the Cadillac Cimarron? Those were some cheesy, sorry, shitty ass cars. Nigga, Oldsmobiles wasn't shit. I don't think from the 80s on, you didn't see an Oldsmobile on the road after the longest an Oldsmobile was gonna be on the road was 3-4 years. Buick, all of those cars went to shit. But the airplanes were safe. Because at the end of the day, you can't pull over and park an airplane when it's flying. So the airplanes, it seemed like for a long time was off limits for bad quality and bad, for that. It seemed like it was off limits for a long time. But it looks as if deregulation has caught up to the aeroplanes. And Boeing, being the last major company in America to make commercial craft, is out there basically killing people. All in the name of corporate greed and corporate profits. Yes, the Reagan, Bush, Clinton decline. And then the second Bush just pushed that shit in a hyperdrive. Somebody said, not true. I didn't bring up Chevys. See, that's the way I gotta listen. I literally did not bring up Chevy as far as crappy cars. I brought up Oldsmobile. Pay attention, folks. I brought up Buick. Pay attention. Pay attention. Let's come on, let's pay attention. Yeah, Clinton deregulated the financial industry, and Clinton also deregulated the radio and television industry, the Telecommunications Act. He said they're making Pacer airplanes now. Y'all stupid. Nigga said Pacer airplanes. But that's true. And so we seeing this right now. And it's starting to kill people. It's starting to kill people. Flying Pintos. So it's catching up. And I want to know what's going on, Boeing. We have to, this is a concern. Like, I know when I fly now, I'm checking them planes, man. If I can get on the air, if I can afford to, and that should say Airbus. See, Airbus is a merger between England, Germany, France, I think it is. And those engineers getting together to create Airbus. And you ain't seeing all these problems on Airbus. So our whistleblower, Mr. John Barnett, has been raising concern. And so I'm about to play this next video that's from the family, where you're going to hear some of the family speaking. And it's about another 3-minute video. I'm going to speed it up a little bit so it don't last all 3 minutes. But we're going to hear from John Barnett's family. And then from there, we're going to look into them cards, see what them cards is talking about in this situation. This is from some JLoPink.com. And we're going to listen to friends and family of Mr. Barnett as they discuss what was going on through his mind in the final days of his life. Listen in, and then we're going to talk about it on the other side.
I know that he did not commit suicide. There's no way.
First tonight, our investigative reporter Ann Emerson has new information in the death of Boeing whistleblower John Barnett. A close family friend of Barnett says he predicted he might wind up dead, that a story could surface that he killed himself. But he told her, don't believe it. Ann?
Tessa, Barnett's family friend Jennifer said they had talked about this exact scenario playing out, but his words seemed like a premonition. He told her, don't ever believe it.
I knew John because his mom and my mom are best friends. And so over the years, get-togethers, birthdays, celebrations, and, whatnot, we've all got together and talked, and, that's how we really know each other.
And when Jennifer needed help one day, Barnett came by to see her. They talked about his upcoming depositions in Charleston. Jennifer knew he filed an extremely damaging complaint against Boeing. He says the aerospace giant retaliated against him when he blew the whistle on unsafe practices. For more than 30 years, Barnett was a quality manager. He'd recently retired and moved back to look after his mom in Louisiana.
He wasn't concerned about safety because I asked him, I said, aren't you scared? And he said, and his voice and the way he would talk, no, I ain't scared. He said, but if anything happens to me, it's not suicide. I know that he did not commit suicide. There's no way. He loved life too much. He loved his family too much. He loved his brothers too much to put them through what they're going through right now.
And he basically told you not to believe it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Not true. He's got too much to do, likes breathing. And he did. He had a lot of plans of things that he wanted to do.
What do you think happened?
I think somebody got in there and made, money can buy anything nowadays, it seems like. And there's a lot of evil in this world. I think somebody didn't like what he had to say and wanted to shut him up and didn't want it to come back on anyone. So that's why they made it look like a suicide.
The last time she saw Barnett, it was at her father's funeral in late February. He was one of the pallbearers. Sometimes family and friends referred to him by his middle name, Mitch.
I think everybody is in disbelief and can't believe it. And I told everybody that I don't care what they say. I know that Mitch didn't do that.
And just because Mitch Barnett is dead doesn't mean this case won't move forward. His attorneys say they're still prepared to go to trial in June. Working for you, Ann Emerson, News 4.
Ann Emerson, News 4. So, that's what the family has to say about the situation. The friends. So let's go into John Barnett and his cards. Let's go into his cards. John Barnett is an ace of spades. He is an ace of spades. One thing about the ace of spades people, they tend to get a lot more truthful as they get older. They get a lot more truthful as they get older. They usually when they're younger, they're not as upfront, but they grow because young in life, a lot of ace of spades people do sort of hide their intentions, hide their feelings, to when they get older. As they get older, they tend to be more upfront, be more forthcoming, be more out front with their intentions and what's going on. Now let's go into his weekly cards. I want to see what's going on this past week. No, I can't do that. And a weekly spread, no, that won't work because he died last week. So this week's spread. Let me go. Let's see what was going on in his world during this time. Okay. He's in a Queen of Spades, Pluto. Ace of Spades is the card of death, rebirth. John is somebody who pushed the boundary. Why is it? I'm not really getting. I can't pull up his cards from last week. So I'm gonna get into more his personality. You see that 7 of hearts in Mercury? That means he's somebody that pushed the boundaries with. He didn't give a fuck about consequences. Because people with a 7 of hearts in their Mercury, they talk without fear of consequence. Boundary pushers. And the 7 of hearts generally don't give a damn about no consequence, especially when it's talking. It's going to say what it has to say. So that fits squarely within his personality range, within his personality type. He was somebody that did not give a fuck about consequences. So when this sister or his friend says that about him, that's most definitely within his cards. Somebody that when he spoke, and as he got older, he was more and more like that. He was more and more like that as he got older. Let's go a little further in. See, he has that. Let's go into his year. Let me read into his year. Let me read into it. What's going on with his year this year? This is Barnett's year. This is what's going on in his yearly cards. Okay. Lot of spades. Lots of spades. Those spades are difficult, man. Those spades ain't no joke when it comes. Usually when I see when someone passes away or has major illnesses, there are a lot of spades in their deck. A lot of spades in the deck. And that reward card of the Queen of Spades is concerning right there. What that tells me is he was willing, that Queen of Spades in reward, he was willing to put his life on the line. The man knew what he was getting himself into. He knew what he was getting himself into. And hold on. He didn't necessarily care about the consequences of what he was getting into. That Queen of Hearts in his yearly card, that shows me that he had whatever was on his heart. He has to get rid of what's in his heart. 6 of Diamonds peak, that's justice. So he was at a crossroads in his life this year. I won't say crossroads because he had been a whistleblower for about 5 or 6 years already. So I can't use the word crossroads. But I will say that Queen of Heart yearly card, that's pushing out what's in your heart. That's coming clean with what's in your heart. If you ever come for a reading and you have a Queen of Hearts in your yearly card, that's the year to express what's in your heart. 6 of Diamonds, his peak card is justice. That's him speaking on what he feels is just, what's right. So if it looks as if in that man's, and then also his environment, 7 of Clubs, he was willing to go to court and have lawsuits. It looks like when I see a 7 of Clubs in your environment card and you're speaking the truth, that's indication that you're probably going to win whatever lawsuit that you're in, because you're speaking towards that 7 of Clubs is litigation, is speaking towards something right. It's speaking towards justice. So the man had a lot of truth-telling in his soul that he had to release. The man had a lot in his spirit that he had to get rid of and that he had to push out. Now let's go into Boeing. What's going to happen with Boeing this year? What's going to happen with Boeing? Let me see here. Let me pull up Boeing. They're at 107. Let's see. Age. Boeing is a king of clubs company. Let me pull their card spread up. I can't get into their yearly. But Boeing is a king of clubs company. That means Boeing, as a king of clubs, you have to always be on point. Like when you're a king of clubs, you got to you gotta tell the truth. You gotta be on point. You can't pussyfoot around if you're a king of clubs. When a king of clubs lies, it pays dearly. So this is something that Boeing is gonna have to look out for. Boeing, let me show you what I'm looking at. And I'm using Aquarius' website. Where's my, damn it. Let me go to Boeing's company. My bad. My shit was muted. My shit was muted like a motherfucker. I was muted like a motherfucker. But anyway, I don't like this screen. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up another screen for you so you can see it a little better. That screen is too small. That screen is too small. Boeing's birthday is 7/15/1916. 07/15/1916. Okay, cool. When I read a company by its date of incorporation. The date they incorporated is the card of the company. The card of any company is the date that it incorporated. So this is Boeing's card, King of Clubs. That means Boeing's, for better or for worse, for better for us, or for worse for them, they are a card that has to be with an integrity and has to tell the truth about what things are. So I'm telling y'all right now, these lawsuits that Boeing is in, they're going to lose them. I could almost predict that just because of the fact that they're a King of Clubs company and they're putting out materials that are killing people, they're going to have to pay. You can mark it. Today is March 16th at 7:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can almost put money on the fact that Boeing is going to lose its lawsuits. You can't be a King of Clubs and intentionally harm people. That's a very powerful card. It's a very popular card too. One of the most popular cards in the deck. There's a King of Clubs born every month. It's one of the King of Clubs, 9 of Clubs, 10 of Clubs, Jack of Clubs, Queen of Clubs, King of Clubs, Ace of Diamonds, 2 of Diamonds, 3 of Diamonds. These are cards that you see every month. And for those of you watching, I'm a cardologer. I'm doing some cardology reading on this stuff. You go to my website, breakthroughcards.com. What you're going to do is you're going to go to my website, breakthroughcards.com. And then you can go down, if you want to know what your card is, you can scroll down to here and look at your birthday. You can look at your birthday right here and then find your birthday, and that's the card of you. That's your card. That's the card of your company. That's a card of your birth or your child's birth. Go to my website, breakthroughcards.com, and then you can find whatever card you're born under. Like I said, King of Clubs, you see them every month. Ace of Diamonds through 4 of Diamonds. These are the cards that you see every month. The only cards that you see every month in the deck. So, but the King of Clubs is a very powerful card because that card requires a lot of responsibility. It requires you to be responsible with your word, be with an integrity of your word, and when you step outside of that, you pay. Boeing's probably going to have to owe so much. Boeing is going to owe so much money. They're probably going to go bankrupt. This is I'm telling you all right now, this is the beginning of the end for Boeing because people are starting to die now. Things are starting to, there are millions of, I won't say millions, but there are tens of thousands of Boeing airplanes, maybe hundreds of thousands of Boeing airplanes in the sky right now, and people are in those planes, and people's lives are at risk. Boeing's gonna have to pay dearly. Ha! If you got stock in Boeing, and again, this is for entertainment purposes only, but if you got stock in Boeing, this might be the time to sell. Because they about to come through, nigga. Ugh. If you come out ahead from your time you've invested in Boeing through now, this might be the time. They say no one to hold them, with no one to fold them. All them card tournament, all them card phrases. See, cardology is real, man. This might be the time to fold them if you down with Boeing. This might be the time to fold them. They're about to be out. Logical Male thinks, what about... Okay. Y'all want me to read y'all cards? I'll read y'all cards. Cash Apps gets to the front of the line. But, yeah, so I'm answering your question. But I'm answering your question in 1 second, Logical Male thing. But in conclusion with this part, with the whole Boeing situation, them and that man dying like that, this doesn't bode too well for Boeing. Boeing's not going to get away with whatever they're doing. They're probably going to file bankruptcy. They're probably going to be forced to sell or break up. They may be sold off to different companies. They may not get sold to one company. They may get pieced off. Because their levels of liability is so extremely high. I doubt one company will be willing to take on the level of, because think about it. Boeing got hundreds of thousands of aircraft in the sky now. I won't say Boeing is too big to fail. We thought that about Lehman Brothers, Black McBain. I remember I used to work in banking in 2008, 2007. I promise you we thought Lehman Brothers was too big to fail. I promise you we thought that. We thought Freddie Mac. We thought that back in the 2000s, we thought Countrywide Home Loans was too big to fail. I'll get to your question in a second. No company's too big to fail, and we're going into a new world. No company in this world we're going into is too big to fail. No company these days is too big to fail. We're going into a new time. For those of you who remember Lehman Brothers, they've been around since 1850. Got their money straight out of slavery. Montgomery, Alabama, 1850. Straight up slave holding company. Their money is in basically so much of the world economy. And so much of the world economy was in Lehman Brothers. We thought they were too big to fail. We saw the crash coming. After Clinton deregulated the mortgage industry in the 90s, Bush took all advantage of it. We saw the crash coming. We know this shit crashes all the goddamn time. But no one knew Lehman Brothers would topple. It'll crash and get right back in the swing of things. But that didn't happen. So what happened back in those days is just a precursor to what we're going through right now, what we're about to go through. But Logical Male asks, what about the 10 of clubs? 10 of clubs, people, 10 of clubs is the card of podcasting, it's the card of thought, the card of the studio. Musicians, you're probably a musician if you're a 10 of clubs or have some kind of musical talent. You probably have some kind of leadership talent. Only thing with 10 of clubs get hella pessimistic. Don't get too pessimistic, 10 of clubs, logical male, think. Pessimism is something that, overthinking. You're super smart, super analytical, but your ability to analyze can quickly become an overanalyzation. And then you'll start to loop yourself into thought. So if you're 10 of clubs, be smart, be wise, but trust your spirit, trust your intuition. Because if you don't trust your intuition, you are going to overthink yourself and outthink yourself and make things way too complicated, way more complicated than it should be. So that's all I recommend to 10 of clubs people. Use your brains, but understand that your brains are only part of who you are. They're not all of who you are. DeAndre Mosey, hit the Cash App. I appreciate that. Understand this, Black McBain. Remember this. Oh, you said, goddamn, I'm good? Yes, we do. This is what we do over here. I'm a different perspective than these other YouTubers. I can get down and talk shit with the best of them. But I like pulling back from that and getting up into these cards. This is what you got to realize about Boeing. Yeah. Let me see here. I had read something. Where is it? The new Air Force One. I mean, who is it going to be? Okay, they're going to go back and do it with Boeing. Okay. Because I remember for a while, the new Air Force One that they have coming out, they were talking about it for a while being an Airbus, not a Boeing. But it's going to be VC. Okay. Okay, so the new Air Force One Airbus or Boeing? Okay, it's still gonna be Boeing. But oh yeah, hit the Cash App, $ Dewan Brown. But what's going on right now with Boeing, they'll be busted up. Because right now, when you're dealing with this many people dying or potentially dying, it was a goddamn wheel that fell off of an airplane leaving San Francisco earlier this week. A couple months ago, a wheel fell off out of Atlanta Hartsfield while the airplane was still taxiing down the runway. Yeah. Boeing most definitely has a lot that they're invested in, and that's what's going to make investors interested in digging in when it's time for they shit to get outed. But I really feel like this is just a different time that we're in right now. This is just a different time we're in right now. I appreciate the Cash App. I appreciate the Cash App. But yeah, we're in this. This is interesting times we're in right now, folks. Eight of Hearts. Remember we talked about the Eight of Hearts, the revelation. That's also part of an Eight of Hearts here. Revealing what it is. It's not just people. It's businesses, it's business practices, it's companies, it's corporations. Eight of Hearts just ain't, when I say the year of the revelation, Eight of Hearts, that's not just dealing with people and people we love. It's dealing with companies. And we're starting to see more and more of that. The truth is being revealed about what the lies that we've been told. So Boeing is in this 8 of hearts nigga. Boeing is getting this white nigga wake up call this year. Yeah, one thing, shit don't pass when Death Star come in them liability lawsuits. Especially if other countries start getting in on these lawsuits. The minute countries start getting in on these lawsuits against Boeing, because you got to understand, some of these countries, some of these aircraft out there are centered and based in countries that are somewhat communist, meaning the government is the one that owns the contracts. And the government is the one that bought the planes for the companies. So the government is the one buying these Boeing 787s and 737 Maxes. You're about to start seeing countries sue Boeing. And you can't assassinate a country. I don't think Boeing's not powerful enough to get everybody. I've got a Cash App for May 29th, 1990. May 29th, 1990. Let's see what your birthday's talking about. Let's see. 05, you're a Gemini. That's a good thing. Geminis are the dopest people on the planet, I must say. From personal experience, I know. Okay. May 9th, you are 3 of clubs. That means you should be writing. You should be storytelling. 3 of clubs are great storytellers. The thing with 3 of clubs is your mental warfare is what you do. You're mentally strong. But your mind, you either have mental warfare with yourself or you're at mental warfare with other people. But either way it go, you're going to be at mental warfare. So if you're overthinking, if you're thinking too much, always stressed in your head, in your mind, always in your mind thinking and overthinking, that's the thing with the 3 of clubs. Your big thing is you need to, May 29, 1990, write down what if you're overthinking, you're too stressed out, too much in your head, you got to get clearly focused on the direction you want to go in. And you use your ability to think, sometimes overthink, use that to create solutions versus find out and give yourself reasons as to why you can't. You need to be focused on why you can win and why things are going positive for you, and have a clear game plan. 3 of clubs people need a clear game plan. You need to have a clear game plan of the direction you want to move into. All right? Because again, your mind is either going to be your biggest asset or it's going to be your biggest fault. That's the thing with the 3 of clubs. Your mind is either your biggest asset or your biggest fault. And I've seen it go both ways. Kobe Bryant was a 3 of clubs. You see how Kobe used to use his mind against other people. He truly did have a certain willpower with his mind. So make sure that you use your mind in a constructive manner. That's going to be an asset to you, not a liability through overthinking. Okay? You got to do that. You got to. Yeah. This you gotta realize. Somebody just said that. This you gotta realize. Someone said the devils who run this shit are going to pull strings to save them. I get it, but you gotta also understand. These same devils you speak of play every side of the argument. These are the same devils that will see if they look and they assess that Boeing has become too big of a problem, then they'll short sell them and do their best to drive them down into having to sell off. The way they did KB Toys, the way they did Toys R Us, the way they did Circuit City. These same vultures, if things are going too far in the opposite direction, white supremacists don't just play both sides of white supremacy. They play both sides of companies too. That's why things like short selling exist. They will just as much bet against another company and make a profit on the fall, and then invest in who's ever gonna buy the fall out. They don't just work in one direction. Oh, for sure. You said that was on point? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They don't have a linear way that they work. They work in the direction that's going to pay them the most money. And if sending a company into bankruptcy is going to make them the most money, then that's what they're going to do. So remember that, all right? Oh, I got another Cash App. This Cash App is for 06 2292. Okay. Got some young motherfuckers in here. Oh, you're 8 of clubs. 62292. Youngster. I feel old at 42. You niggas got me feeling old. Nigga, 92. That's what I was watching. If it was a Saturday this time of day in 1992, if it's March 1992, man, at this time, I am out playing basketball. I'm playing basketball at the park and the sun's starting to go down. I'm on my bikes this time of the year. In 92, 11 years old, I was on my bike this time of day in 92. Ride my bike up and down Crenshaw, up and down Rodeo Road. Damn, niggas got me reminiscing, you young fucks. But this person is 8 of clubs. 8 of clubs. Stubborn. 8 of clubs is staunch. Fixed. Fixated oftentimes. Issue with 8 of clubs can be they become too fixated on the wrong things. As 8 of clubs, you have to watch what you're fixated on. Okay? You could easily get distracted by minor things. Do not allow minor distractions to get in your way. Birthday 6/22/91. Thank you for the Cash App. Don't allow the minor things to get in your way. Shit. You better step up and focus in on the real. Alright? Alright, I'm gonna do some free readings. Alright, I got in the chat, you got, what'd you say? 51370, and I'll get to you next on the next one. You said 05 13 1970. All right. There we go. Oh, no, I don't want that. Print. There we go. You're 6 of diamonds, 51370. 6 old diamonds. 6 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds. You guys are all about justice. You as a 6 of diamonds, you're somebody that is all about Fairness. You're not gonna let somebody get treated unfairly around you without you saying something. Values mean a lot to you. You can't be around people. You can't be around people who do people wrong. You can see when somebody, you can see through issues. You can see when somebody's being done right. You can see when somebody's being done wrong. And you generally side on the side of, you're very ethical, very principled person. Principles mean everything to you. And when you come across individuals with no principles, you have to separate yourself from them. You don't get along too well with people with no principles. So biggest thing for you is, as long as you stay in alignment with your principles, you're gonna be blessed. But when you step outside and you live life by other people's principles and by other people's ways, that's when you get screwed up. So for you, it's best that you stay tied in and locked into your principles. All right. All right. 1107. Let me see. 1107. 1985. Anybody want to call in? Let me know if y'all want to call in. Somebody want to call in? Are you a king of clubs like me? We just finished talking about the king of clubs. Let me give you a little meaning to your king of clubs. I think I forgot my number here because my number on this damn thing was always just locked in. So do y'all remember my fucking number to call in on? Ever since my computer crashed, I don't have that information in front of me. It's usually just right here on the screen. What's my Skype number, y'all? Damn it. Let me see here. What is my Skype number? I just had this shit on my old computer and I lost everything. Let me see. What's my Skype number? I don't know this fucking number, y'all. Oh, yeah. It's 323. I found it. Call in if you want to call in for a reading. 323 744 7425. Oh, all right, that shit right. Duh, the one. I gotta actually hide that field. 323 744 7425. That is the call-in number here. Let me add that in. 323-744-7425. Oh, it's telling me my Skype. Ah, shit. My settings are telling me Skype won't work. Call in and we'll see. Call in if somebody want to get ready real quick. Call in. 323-744-7425. Hopefully your call comes through. I don't know if this shit works, whether or not it rings, but I'm getting a warning saying Skype is down. But call in anyway. Let me see. But you're November 7th, 1985. Again, you got to tell the truth. You got to tell the truth, Naeem L. You got to tell the truth. You can't be going around half telling truths. See, you at your age, you're really getting to that point to where you're starting to really come into your own. And you gotta be very clear on the direction you want to go. You're somebody that everyone believes. You're trustworthy. You're somebody that the people come to resolve issues. You're somebody that gets a lot of love and a lot of respect from the people in your environment. Keep that up, and just make sure that you stay in integrity with yourself, all right, and with your principles, all right. Oh yeah, for sure. Let me see if I can hear you. What's up, Carter? What's the name? Where you calling from? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you hear me?
Oh, yeah, it worked. All right, cool. Okay, I had to mute this other thing. What's up, Carter? How can I help you?
I was just calling to see if it was working. This is my first time calling. I'm a new follower of yours, so kind of nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Oh, but my name is Amy.
Amy, how's it going? Did you want me to read some of your cards real quick?
Yeah, might as well. I do want to. I do plan to pay, so this will be a nice little introduction for me.
Okay, cool. What's your birthday?
It's 7477.
So you're Jack of Diamonds. That's July 4th, 19th.
Uh-huh.
I already know your car off the top of my head, but I put it in here because July 4th
Okay.
is a Jack of Diamonds day. And
Okay.
okay, continue without. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. I had some kind of technical thing happen over here on my end. We're good. Okay, 7-4. Let me put your birthday up here, and then you're a Jack of Diamonds. And being a Jack of Diamonds, you probably have a youthful look to you. You probably have a youthful energy. People always say that you're fun to be around. That you know you laugh a lot. You take things lightly. You know what I mean? When you decide to turn it up, you can be a recluse when you want to, but when you decide to turn it up, you can also be the life of the party. But you still need your own time, solitude time by yourself.
Oh my God, that is definitely me.
That's you?
Yes.
Yeah. You're definitely fun to be around. Probably got jokes. And you are, as you can tell, as you've gotten, one thing about your card, the Jack of Diamonds is one of the, and don't take this the wrong way, but because it's true of all Jack of Diamonds, it's one of the most slow cards to mature, meaning get focused. Multi-talented, got a lot going in your favor, a lot in your pocket, but focusing on what it is, like it kind of just goof off, especially in your 20s and your 30s.
Oh, that sounds like me too. You see, I'm 46 and I'm still goofing off.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, this is like kind of, this is actually me for real.
Yeah, you goof off, but not because you don't have the talent to get it done. You know you can get it done. You're super smart.
Oh no, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know some things. I'm not an ignorant person.
Yeah,
but,
not by any stretch.
My mind kind of wanders.
Yeah, you're right. Not by any stretch. Just you have crazy imagination, and it goes there, and what's in your imagination and fun. Fun takes a priority over business a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So, oh wow, okay.
So yeah, that's the thing about your car. But just make sure that you be patient. Your biggest thing for you is being patient with yourself, and also when you don't allow people to take you off what you stand for, because you're such a life of the party. Sometimes you can get off of what you stand for, just trying to be nice and trying to be accommodating to other people. Yeah. Yeah. It's to your detriment. That's what it is. Like, just be that way, but you got to choose you before you choose appeasing somebody else, okay?
Okay. That's cool. Okay, well, I appreciate it, and I will get back to you with the paid reading so we can go in more depth.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely go in more depth. I ain't going to bust you out online. See, I was being nice, right? See, I was being nice.
Oh, yeah. No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will get to you soon.
No problem. You have a good one.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I like doing these card readings. As y'all see, I'm not about to bust nobody out. You call in for a reading. Even if I see something, I'm not gonna say nothing in front of other people. Like, no, I ain't, and I'm never gonna do that. Like, I'm telling you right now, when I do readings in person, I don't really remember what I read. I just tap in, man. And I come from years of helping people. I love fucking helping people. I'm sorry. Appreciate that email for the Cash App. You didn't have to do that, man, but I appreciate that. Same thing with you, Michael Chen. I appreciate that. For y'all looking out. DeAndre, appreciate the Cash Apps. But yeah, like, card reading isn't about busting nobody out. It's not about hurting nobody or doing something to, make somebody look bad. I ain't here for all that, man. It's just that within these cards, there are clues to dynamics within your personality and aspects of your personality. And through the cards, you can decode your personality. And once you decode your personality, you can then use the decoding of yourself on how to be more constructive on how to get the wins you've been searching for. It's all about using the positive, the assets of your personalities to your advantage, and the detriment to your personalities, building those detriments up. Like she just called in, she's a jack of diamonds. The detriment, the asset to a jack of diamonds is how fun they are. Fun loving, great to be around, life of the party, super smart, very friendly. They're usually really good friends to have as a jack of diamonds. If you know that at the same time, on the other side, jack of diamonds can be so silly that they come off to other people as lackadaisical, not caring. Other people could easily see jack of diamonds as a person that, is aloof, not serious about nothing, you know? And the jack of diamonds loves goofing off so much. The jack of diamonds love goofing off so much. You know? They love goofing off. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm getting a call from somebody I usually don't get a call from. Okay. There we go. Sometimes you get a call like, well, I'm going to get a call from that person. It got to be something serious if this person's calling me. What's up, Devin, in the chat room? She say, I'm in the shadows like deal or no deal. Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem for the reading. Yeah, so let me see here. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Nia, and I'm calling from Dallas.
Nia from Dallas. My second favorite city behind LA. I love Dallas. That's where my family is.
Okay. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good tonight. I'm doing good tonight. What's your
Thank
birthday?
you. 114.
Mm-hmm.
January 114/88.
All right, 88. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, King of Diamonds. You better be good. You better be opening up a business. You better get yourself in the business if it ain't open up, or do something that's going, because you can't listen to people too long. You gotta control your environment. You can listen to people, but you are somebody that likes to call the shots, and you're smart. You're good at calling the shots. You see things, especially dealing with like business and dealing with money and dealing with people. You kind of see things before they happen. You're social. Um, you're somebody that people are a magnet to you.
They are. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, you're a people magnet. Um, you cannot have insecure friends or insecure or you can't be with a guy that's insecure. It'll never work.
Oh my
Um,
God.
yeah, King of Diamonds women, you got to be with a dude that's like all the way 100% secure within himself, because you attract too much attention for somebody that's insecure, and that's probably been an issue with you when it comes to guys you've dated in the past. They
That is yes. That is absolutely 1000% true.
and you taking it as something wrong with you, and it's not nothing wrong with you. It's really the type of people they are. But we live in a world of a lot of insecure people. So for you to King of Diamonds woman, I'll be flat out. It's tough. It's tough for everybody to find somebody. It just across the board, because there's too many weirdos out here in America these days. But it's especially tough for you because of the amount of attention that you get, and insecure people, not and women too, insecure women, like female friends. Women, because women they get competitive with you,
Yes, they do.
and you're not
And
even
I'm
in
a
the competition.
giver. I am not a competition person at all, and I'm a giver and a nurturer. So,
Oh, King of
wow.
Diamonds is most definitely giving and nurturing. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I have to Zelle you. It's like I don't have Cash App. How can I donate to you? Because this was so on point, and I want to bless you.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I do have Zelle.
Okay.
And what I'll do is I will put it. Let me, because I'm like, because I run it. Let me FaceTime. Let me face myself because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the in the chat,
Okay, awesome. Sounds great.
and I'll do that for sure.
Okay. Thank
All
you
right,
so much.
no problem.
Right on.
That was
You
on
have a
point.
good one.
Cool.
Yeah, oh, totally on point. That's why I'm blessing you.
Got it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.
Yeah, we here it is. My code. My Zelle. Let me see here. I am going to put that link. Let me airdrop it to myself. Bam. And I will put it in the chat. You have to go if you want to Zelle me, I'm going to put it up right here. Where did it go? Where did the Zelle thing go? Here it is. No. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I got a Cash App. I'm about to do this Cash App next. I am about to do this Cash App thing next. Okay. Let me see. Crop. And then save. And I am going to save this to the desktop. And if any of y'all want to Zelle me, it is on the screen right here. Brown House Minerals LLC. You can hit me with the Zelle right here. Brown House Mineral LLC. It'll help if I stop moving it around. But if you want to Zelle me, you can use that product code and you can use that to scan. You can scan that Zelle if you want to hit me with that. That would be greatly appreciated. Or if you can't get to it, email me info@dewanb.com. I will reply to you with the link. info@dewanb.com. info@dewanb.kizam. Now we have another Cash App. Okay. Oh, you didn't put your birthday in. You didn't put your birthday, but I for sure. I'll take the Cash App. Anybody else want to call in? I'm gonna do one more reading. One more reading. I'm gonna do one more reading. Indie Productions is a Two of Hearts. You mean if you're a Two of Hearts, Indie Productions, protect your heart. You gotta watch who you give your love to. You give love innocently and you give love freely. And the biggest thing you want is for people around you to feel good. You have honest intentions, and people can tend to take advantage of that. Indie Productions. Don't let people take advantage of your. And I'm pretty sure I don't know how old you are, but something happened. You give so freely and you're so open hearted. You've run into issues as a young child, and as a teenager. My hope and prayer is that you don't have those experiences of your youth callous you as an adult, because a lot of Two of Hearts are calloused as adults because of heartbreak they went through in their teens and their 20s, giving so freely, but giving to the wrong kind of people. And that could have made you become jaded. I don't know your age. Your age will tell me more, but hopefully it didn't make you become jaded. And if it did make you become jaded, open your heart back up, because peace and harmony is your vibration. You have to have harmony and balance and peace to be at your best, to be at your most constructive, to be at your most productive. Okay? Peace and harmony mean a lot to you. Indie Productions, Two of Hearts, or 99? Okay, yeah. You younger. Oh yeah, so you in your early 20s, Indie Productions. Yeah. 11:30. 11/30, 1999. Yeah. No, you're a 3 of hearts. Your birthday's 11/30. You're a 3 of hearts. You're a 3 of hearts, which means you have the ability to love a lot of people. Which means that, see, 3 of hearts people, y'all interesting to me. Because 3 of hearts people, like, I used to be very, very hardcore, like everybody's the same. But everybody's not the same. A 3 of hearts person, if you're a 3 of hearts person, you do have the ability to love multiple people. They always be like, well, this 3 of hearts people are cheaters. Well, 3 of hearts people, they can get around. They have the ability to love a lot of people. A 3 of hearts person really does have the ability to be in a what do you call that relationship? Polyamorous or polygamous. 3 of hearts people can most definitely be polygamous. Same with King of Hearts people. I call those polygamy cards. Because they really do got enough love to go around. They do got enough love to go around. Y'all see my Zelle up here if y'all want to hit the Zelle. If y'all want to hit the Zelle, it's right there in the middle. If you want to send the Zelle, it's right there in the middle. Or email me if you having issues getting the Zelle. Email me info at DewanB.com. Info at DewanB.com. Email me that. Okay. Well, Indie Productions, you have an offbeat way. You're offbeat in a lot of ways, in the ways of the hearts, but you're supposed to be offbeat. You're not a conventional, traditional person. Embrace it and lean into it. All right. Who we got still in here? Anybody else still in here? I want their card read. Heart Tunes, you still in here? Heart Tunes, if you're still in here, press something. I'll read you. I see you put your shit up earlier. If you still in here, Heart Tunes, put in your birthday again. Felicia P, I will do a poll if you want me to. I will do a poll. I will do a carpool. I most definitely will. So what's your question? What is your question? Let me see here. Let's see here. I don't know what my Zelle email address is. I forgot which account I had my Zelle emailed under. I forgot what I had my Zelle email under. I forgot what I had my, but you can email me info. I'll send it to you if you email me info. Just email me info at DewanB.com and I'll get you that Zelle information. Email me info at Dewan. Just email me info at DewanB.com and I'll get it to you. All right, Heartoons, you still in here? You'll be my last. What you can do, Felice, for those of you who want a card reading, also you can go to my website, breakthroughcards.com. If Felice P, if you just want something real quick, you can just call in real quick if you want something real quick. But if you want something private, and I do recommend a more extended card reading, you're going to go to breakthroughcards.com. You're going to go to breakthroughcards.com. Oh, shit. Breakthroughcards.com. And then you'll hit book now. And then you'll come through and you can book yourself a session directly on my website. It could be a quick reading. It could be a quick, the mini reading. It could be an individual session. And if you get a mini reading, that balance goes towards a 30 or 60-minute reading if you decide to come back in the future. Hell nah, Andrew Como. I ain't giving up my goddamn phone number, brother, but thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. So, Heart Tunes, you still in here? I'm gonna have you be the last reader of the day because you always support. You always support. So I'm gonna look out. I'm gonna look out. 03, 010, 03, 1979. Heart Tunes, you a Six of Diamonds too. I gave a Six of Diamonds reading earlier, but I'll give you another one. I'll give you even though people have multiple people may have the same card, even though multiple people may have the same card, every card reads out differently depending on your gender, depending on all that stuff, and your time you were born, day you were born, year you were born, country, city you were born in. All of that plays a part in your card. And with you being right now, Heart Tunes, you in the Eight of Spades time of your life. That Jupiter card, Eight of Spades. So that tells me as you got into your late 30s and into your 40s, you've always been a hard worker, but your 40s has been like some of the hardest work that you put in your life. You've been putting in a lot of work. What you have to avoid is pessimism, okay? Pessimism is something you have to avoid with the Eight of Spades and your Jupiter. You got to avoid self-doubt. It's very easy to become self-doubtful because you feel like you haven't been fairly, compensated, or the amount of work that you put in is more than what you've gotten back into it. Understand that that's all that you won't be paid off for the work that you put in. You just have to avoid being pessimistic. You just have to avoid being pessimistic, okay? Your self-doubt will kill off any dreams that you have. So don't allow self-doubt to kill out your dreams, all right? You've been putting in work. Keep putting in the work. Keep putting in the work. Just understand that it does have a payoff. Just keep your intentions pure. Keep your head to the ground. Keep pushing forward. It's going to pay off, all right? But if you have that self-doubt, that pessimism will lead you down a route to where you'll get frustrated and you'll give up. So that's what you got to avoid. Okay, since Andrew Como asked me, do we have a discount? All right, cool. I'm going to share this discount code with y'all because y'all still listening right now. You're still listening right now. If you come and get a 30, or if you get a 30-minute reading, or a hour reading, type in the product code 50. Okay? And this is only for people who be listening deep into the show. I ain't putting this out there for everybody. Type in the product code 50, Andrew Como. It's only gonna be available for a short while. Type in the product code 50, you get $50 off of a reading, all right? Type in the product code 50, and I'll get you $50 off of a reading. But that's not a product code I'm putting out there, for just, you asked. You asked and you shall receive. So if you want a discount on the reading, get an hour or half hour reading, type in the discount code 50, all right? Do not share that discount code. That's only for y'all listening. It's 247 of y'all. It's 300 of y'all watching across platforms between Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube, okay? That's only for y'all. Boom, off stage. But I'm about to get up out of here. Thank y'all for listening. But yeah, Boeing, they're about to have to pay. They're about to pay. They are about to pay. Oh, I just got some cash apps. I can't leave from the reading. If y'all send me cash apps to get read, I gotta read you. Gotta read you. Oh no, you sent it to me anyway. Oh, I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Appreciate the Cash App, Cartoons. Yeah. But let's get it in. If motherfucking Black Bank said flying reparations. Yeah. But I appreciate y'all. Remember this, there are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. Thank y'all for listening. I'll holler at y'all probably tomorrow. All right? Have a good one.